Have you ever wondered what it really feels like to swing through a concrete jungle, hundreds of feet above the ground, clutching nothing but a sticky strand of web, and the belief that you alone stand between chaos and the people you love? Because that is what Spider-Man does every single day, not because he wants glory or fame, but because deep down he knows if he doesn't, no one else will. Spider-Man, the masked wall crawler who has inspired millions around the world for generations, is so much more than just a superhero who jumps from one skyscraper to another. He's the awkward high school student, the broke college kid, the underdog who faces life's punches and still stands tall, reminding us that true strength doesn't come from a radioactive spider bite, but from the choices you make when no one is watching and the city is counting on you to do what's right. It all started with Peter Parker, an ordinary teenager who grew up in Queens, New York, raised by his kind Uncle Ben and sweet Aunt May after losing his parents at a very young age. And if you think about it, Peter's life could have been like any other kid's, filled with school bullies, science projects, and secret crushes. Until that fateful day at the science exhibit when a tiny spider, glowing with radioactive energy, sank its fangs into his hand and changed his life forever. At first, Peter thought his new powers, the super strength, the lightning reflexes, the sticky hands that could cling to any surface, were nothing short of a miracle, a gift that could finally make him stand out, earn him some money, and get him noticed, because deep down he was tired of being invisible and powerless in a world that never seemed fair. But the moment that changed everything, the moment that truly made Spider-Man the hero we know, wasn't the spider bite or the wrestling match where he showed off, or the first time he swung across the city skyline. It was that one tragic night when Peter let a petty thief escape out of spite, thinking it wasn't his problem, only to find out that the same man went on to kill his beloved Uncle Ben, leaving him with a single line that would echo in his soul forever. With great power comes great responsibility. From that day forward, Spider-Man became more than just Peter's alter ego. He became a symbol of doing what's right, even when it costs you everything. A reminder that you can't always run away from your mistakes, but you can spend every day trying to make things better. One good deed at a time, even if the world never says thank you. Whether he's fighting street thugs, giant lizards crawling out of the sewers, mad scientists with metal arms, or cosmic threats that could wipe out half the universe, Spider-Man faces every challenge with the same determination, the same sarcastic jokes to hide his fear, and the same unshakable love for his city. Because to him, every person he saves, every child he rescues, every criminal he webs up, it all matters, no matter how small. And what makes Spider-Man so relatable, so timeless, is that behind the mask is still that same young man who struggles with rent, who worries about his grades, who tries to balance his love life with Mary Jane or Gwen while keeping his identity secret, who gets bruised, beaten, and broken but never truly gives up. Because the responsibility he carries is far bigger than any pain he feels. Over the years, Spider-Man has worn many suits, from his classic red and blue to the sleek black symbiote suit that almost corrupted him, from the iron spider armor gifted by Tony Stark to homemade hoodies and goggles when he had nothing else. But no matter what he wears, it's the heart underneath that makes him the friendly neighborhood hero, loved by New York and admired by the world. His villains, too, are reflections of what he could become if he ever gave in to anger, revenge, or despair. The Green Goblin who preys on his mind, Dr. Octopus who represents the brilliance gone mad, Venom who twists Peter's own powers into a nightmare. Yet Spider-Man fights not just to defeat them, but to remind himself that he is not defined by the darkness, but by the light he chooses to hold on to. Even in the multiverse, where dozens of spider people swing through parallel cities, from Miles Morales, the talented young hero carrying the legacy forward, to Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man, Noir, and even Spider-Pig. Each version carries the same lesson, that it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. What matters is what you do when life gives you that power to stand up for others. So next time you see Spider-Man perched on a rooftop, mask pulled tight over his face, eyes scanning the city for danger, remember that underneath it all is a kid who once wished he could be special. A kid who learned the hard way that being special means you don't get to walk away, even when you're tired, scared, or alone. Spider-Man reminds us that true heroism isn't about having incredible powers. It's about using whatever you have to protect the people who can't protect themselves, to speak up when others stay silent, and to keep swinging forward even when the weight of the world tries to pull you down. So maybe you and I will never crawl up walls or leap across rooftops with web shooters strapped to our wrists. But in our own small ways, we can all be Spider-Man. Because the real power has always been in the choice to do good, to help, to take responsibility, and to never stop believing that one person can make a difference. And that's why Spider-Man will always be more than just a superhero in the pages of a comic book or on the big screen. He's the hero we all wish we could be, the reminder that no matter how ordinary you feel, you're always one brave choice away from being someone's hero. So next time you feel like you're not enough, remember the kid from Queens who wore a mask not to hide who he was, but to show the world who we all can be. Because with great power comes great responsibility, and sometimes the greatest power is simply the courage to never give up.